Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Ooh, my hair looks awful. Oh, well. Yeah, I know I'm starting a little earlier than, initially said I was going to. That's just because things, went on. I was able to start early today. I'm still only going to go for about 2 hours or so, as usual. Also, let me shift you so that there. Get Sayori back in frame a little bit. Yeah. I wish I could get her closer. Well, that was weird. Huh. Okay, well, maybe I'll fix it if I go through all this. Okay, yep. That was interesting. Anyway, I hope everyone's day has been going well so far. I had my dentist appointment. Yeah, it turns out a filling, just kind of had a hole or a break in it. So they patched that up for me, no problem, thankfully, real fast enough. Worst part was just, getting the freezing and everything. That's always the worst part. Just getting that freezing in the gum so nothing hurts when they're drilling and doing all that fun stuff. In fact, the top part, a little bit of my lip and some part of my nose is still a little numb-ish. But it's not going to stop me from, speaking in any capacity. If it was something on the on the bottom of my jaw here, or they had to freeze something there, oh god, there's no way I'd be able to I'd be speaking. Well, I'd be sounding probably a little bit like that if that was the case. But no, thankfully, it's all good. Alright, so when we left off with Blue Skies last time on Sayori's route, a bunch of stuff happened. Mostly us realizing, yeah, I think we like Sayori. After spending a day with her doing, making jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween, which we did skip because we don't need to see it again. Sayori being a little sneaky devil, getting us to hold her hand because she said she forgot her gloves. Like, that is clever. I'll give her that. That is really clever. Unfortunately, even after a bit of a pep talk from Emmy saying, just do it. Just tell her you like her. Even after that, and we went to actually, straight up confess to her, she does return our feelings. Unfortunately, she doesn't really want to act on it, mostly because, well, she has depression, and she sees it as being selfish of herself in her own way. Despite, no matter what we say, she's still going to see it that way because, I mean, that's just kind of how it is. So we kind of blew up on her a little bit, which is definitely not the right thing to do. And even we realized that the minute we got back home. It's like, I should not have yelled at her. That was the worst thing I could have done. So we gave her mom a call, and she just laid out the straight, bare facts. Depression isn't something that has a miracle cure that's going to get it done like that. Love isn't going to fix it. It's going to be tough. If you want to try to pursue anything with her, expect there are going to be bad days. There's going to be days where she'll be her normal self, happy, doing whatever, and then days where she's going to be not so and doesn't really want anything to do with anybody. You just have to learn to, kind of live with that in a way. It's not going to be easy. It will be very hard. There will be arguments. But that's just kind of how it's going to go, sadly. So Mom gave the good advice of leave it for a few days, let her cool down, because both of your emotions are kind of high right now. Give it the weekend, because I believe this was a Friday we tried to confess to her. Just give it the weekend, let you both calm down, get a cooler head, level out a little, then talk. At the very least, you could potentially be someone Sayori can just talk to. You're not there to fix anything. You'd just be there to talk. She can talk to you about her issues. And that's it. Just talk about it, lay it out on the table, so she doesn't have to keep anything kind of bottled up. And it could help her, even if it's a little bit, it'll still help her and she would appreciate it. Because yes, in all honesty, just having someone who's got an open ear can really, really help. I gotta let that cool down a little more before I start taking sips from it. Again, use the command CW for content warnings. I'll in fact throw the first one up right now. Those are generally the things that are gonna be showing up in Sayori's route. If there are others you think I should add to it, please let me know at any time, and I will add them on for Sayori's route. So I keep the command in my description, along with the command Blue Skies, which just gives it gives the general idea of what the mod is about, along with it saying there are certain things in it. So use the other command to bring up the ones I just did. All right, I think I've talked and rambled enough for now. Alright, let's load up our save and continue on with Sayori's route. Man, am I glad it's Saturday today. There'd be no chance in hell I'd be able to concentrate if today were a school day. Her revelation keeps replaying over and over in my mind. Depression. A nasty sounding word. And in some ways, quite foreign. I guess I was kinda sheltered. Prior to Sayori, I never knew any people with the condition. It was something I was aware of course, but I never paid any real thought to it. I mean, I knew what it was. Psychology has always been at least vaguely interesting to me, but I never really saw a real reason to look into it. And Sayori said she's been depressed for most of her life. So I can't help but wonder, when did it all develop? What caused it? Was she bullied? Or did a close friend or family member die? There's so many things I want to ask her right now. But as Mom said, it's best to give Sayori some time to cool off. I'll give it a couple of days. Besides, I got a lot of homework to be getting on with. Well, that's Sakurai's out of the way first. Man, the end of the war really had huge effects on the world. It's time for a break, I reckon. What to play, what to play. Really is a first world problem to have so many games available, but still not know what to play. I feel ya. A colorful looking title catches my eye. Man, not even escapism from video games is doing the trick. Perhaps I should go for a walk instead? Being cooped up indoors probably isn't doing any favors for my health. Mom used to harp on about the importance of fresh air. I stand up and stretch, wearily rubbing my neck. Yeah, some fresh air wouldn't go amiss. At this point in the day, the park is rather quiet. Not as many people come to this part of the park anyway. Which is a shame, because this part is arguably the prettiest, thanks to the lake. Being the middle of November, there's a definite chill in the air, although I'm wrapped up warm, so I can barely feel it. There's a comfortable lull in the air, especially after the overwhelming nature of last night. The silence is a perfect antidote, being therapeutic and calm. Sure, I have the house to myself, but there's no substitute for fresh, cool air. Maybe my parents were right when they kept up that healthy body, healthy mind mantra. As calm as the atmosphere is, it's not doing much for the whirlwind that is my mind. Looking back, how could I have been so stupid? How did I miss all the signs? Am I really that dense? Thinking about it, the fairy tale poem makes so much sense now. The selflessness, the devotion to keeping others happy, regardless of her own mental state. The signs were all there. Struggling to wake up on time, which explains why she's always late. And the nightmare. And when she finally told me her most painful secret, how did I respond? By shouting at her and making her cry. Great friend you are, Baron. No wonder she didn't want to tell me in the first place. I was so pushy, so demanding. Yet when she told me, instead of being empathetic and understanding, I did the exact opposite. Wouldn't even surprise me if she didn't want to be friends anymore. Would she ever forgive me? Although whether she should or not is a whole other question. Even if she did forgive me, what could I even do about her depression? Her self-perception seems so cemented. Would I be making things worse by getting involved? Or would I be able to help her? I don't know. Being a normal teenage guy doesn't really afford me much sensibility. Even though it might sound a bit melodramatic, I can't help but feel like I barely even know Sayori anymore. How much of her happiness is just a mask? It can't be all of it. Who? Sorry, just making sure something's working right. Good. We are fine. Baron? Oh, it's Yuri. Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. She did say this is her favorite spot back in her route. That actually makes total sense. This is her favorite spot to just stand and watch the water. Hey Jen, how's it going? Yeah, the art is really good. Some people make some really good art and just, especially for just Doki mods, and then just say, alright everyone, just credit me in your credits, and you can use it in any mods you want. The community is huge that way, it's great. It's okay. I'm doing alright. I had my dentist appointment. They fixed a filling that just kind of started breaking. Yeah, it was depression. It was her depression. We decided to confess to her that we actually liked her. And while she likes us too, well, yeah, her depression's a thing. She doesn't see it as right for her to be in a relationship with us. She feels it's selfish of her. And being the dumb main character we are, we ended up kind of yelling at her. So, she asked us to leave. We left. We realized we are a complete and utter dumbass. Called our mom, who basically said, yeah, yelling at her was not the right thing to do. Definitely not the right thing to do. But if you really do actually care and want to make amends, you're gonna have to apologize, but give it a few days. Just give it a few days to let her calm down, let yourself calm down too, get all your thoughts straight, and then talk to Sayori again. And if you want to, pursue a relationship from there, just be prepared for it to be kind of hard. Because Sayori's going to have her good days, and she's going to have her bad days. So yeah, the mom character gave some actual good life advice there. Yeah, it is definitely a big oof. How's your car coming along, by the way? AC gonna get fixed today at least? Being so lost in my thoughts, I didn't even notice Yuri's presence. Oh, hey Yuri. Didn't see you there. I'm not bothering you, am I? You look rather deep in thought. Oh, you're fine. It would be nice to have some company, actually. She smiles shyly and takes a seat next to me. The accompanying silence is not awkward in the slightest, which surprises me. Then again, Yuri's no stranger to deep thoughts herself, and she's definitely used to being reflective and quiet. I didn't expect to see you here. Didn't expect me to come to a quiet park when it's getting dark? Especially in the middle of winter, huh? Not really, no. The dark and the cold combined tend to put most people off. If you don't mind me asking, what brings you here? Well... There's a lot on my mind, and I figured some fresh air would do me good, you know? I see. Perhaps we're more alike than I first imagined. Whenever I'm troubled by something, I always find quiet period of reflection in the evening can be really helpful. Something about the stillness of the night. It's much easier to think when you're in an environment such as this one. Yeah, it is. Especially when you're feeling overwhelmed. It helps just to take a step back and breathe. I've actually known this park for as long as I can remember. My parents used to take Sayori and I here all the time. Countless memories throughout the years. That sounds wonderful, Baron. To be able to share such happy times with someone as you both grew up. Although I'm curious, given how much time you two seem to spend with one another, I would have thought Sayori would be with you now. I looked down momentarily, poking at a twig with my shoe. Well... We kinda had a... fight. Oh. That comes as quite a surprise, given how close you two seem to be. Then again, I suppose it's inevitable that fights occur between people, no matter their dynamics. Yuri starts fiddling with her hair. Not that I mean to pry, but may I ask why you had a fight in the first place? I grimace as I reply. As much as I enjoy talking to Yuri and appreciate her company here, there's no way I can reveal Sayori's secret to her. It's not that I don't want to tell you, and it's nothing personal. I understand completely, Baron. I suppose it's a rather personal question. She just told me something really private, and that horrible, familiar feeling of shame bubbles up whenever I recount how I reacted to her confession. I didn't take it very well, and I said some really stupid stuff. I got angry at her, and I shouted at her. I'm an awful friend. I leaned forwards, burying my face in my hands. There's an awkward, heavy silence for a few moments. Baron? I know that I haven't known you for as long as Sayori has. But please believe me when I say you're not an awful friend. I don't know what was said between you two, but everyone says things they don't mean during arguments, especially when tensions are running high. That's something my parents once told me, and it really is true. If you take my argument with Natsuki back in September, in the heat of the moment, I said some rather hurtful things. However, I didn't actually mean them, and I'm fairly confident that Natsuki feels the same way too. Please don't be too hard on yourself. I can tell that Sayori means a lot to you, and you're ever so patient and kind with her. If I may be so bold to say, perhaps you don't realize it, but you do a lot for her. Or I do a lot for her, whatever. Nice of Yuri to try to give us this little pep talk. She's really coming out of her comfort zone. Because in all honesty, she's right. We have not known her that long. We also haven't talked to her that much. Little things, such as walking to school with her in the mornings, and walking her home in the afternoons. But most importantly, whenever she's feeling sad, you really take it upon yourself to find out what's wrong so you can comfort her. We can all see that you care and consideration for her shines like a beacon. Hey, Cthulhu, dude. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? I need that little stop to take a break. Oh my god, I'm talking a lot. My mouth is still a little dry. Yeah, mouth is still a little dry from the dentist. I was avoiding drinking something for a while just to make sure everything took. You doing well? Gonna be streaming soon? Cool, cool. Yeah, that's all well and good and all, but I still hurt her really badly. Friends always hurt each other, Baron. It's just an unfortunate reality of being human. From what I can gather, she isn't someone who could hold a grudge. So, whatever issue there is between you guys, I'm confident you'll be able to sort it out. Sorry, I don't mean to sound presumptuous or anything. You've not been presumptuous in the slightest, Yuri. Your insight has been really refreshing. I still feel bad, but you made me realize that perhaps things aren't as bleak as they seem. Only the followers left to do? Alright, well, just keep at it. Keep on at it and you'll get there, buddy. So thank you. Seriously. It means a lot. You're a really good friend. Uh, well, thank you, Baron. I'm glad I was able to help. I can't help but grin. Yuri's shyness has always been endearing, especially as it clashes against her intelligent, mature outlook oh so much. Anyway, I could ask you the same question. What brings you here? Well... It's okay. You don't have to disclose anything. I won't pry. But just know if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here. And so are the other girls, okay? I remember how horrible those people during the festival recital were to you. I'd hate to think you were suffering in silence or anything like that. Baron. You truly are too kind. I very much appreciate your words, and I'm very glad that Sayori told you about our club. I know I said it back in September, but Oh, sorry, this is me talking. God damn it. Ugh. I still miss the Katawa Shoujo, colored names for the characters. It really helped to figure out this was a different person speaking. So let me try that again. I know I said it back in September, but honestly, I'll say it again. I'm just grateful you guys accepted me with open arms. You didn't judge me because I wasn't a poet, nor did you ever laugh at how bad my poems were. Speaking of, I gotta look back all the VODs and do what I said I was gonna do. Make poems with all the words I chose. That's 6 poems I need to make so far. Shit. I know they weren't particularly to your taste, but you still gave me good advice and feedback. Well, I believe that everyone should be included. No one deserves to be an outcast, irrespective of their hobbies, interests, or their writing ability. I just wish others would be as accepting and inclusive as those with interests that go against the norm. She's nervously picking at her sleeves, almost pulling them up over her hands. Oh boy. Yeah, we know what that's about. We already went through that route. Well, for what it's worth, I think your interest in horror and taste in literature and poetry is pretty cool, Yuri. It makes for a nice change of discussion, and it gives you interesting stuff to talk about. Like when you discussed Frankenstein's monster with me at lunchtime. I never really gave it much thought, but after you had that talk with me, it helped me realize that we shouldn't just take stuff at face value. Yeah, that was something from the last stream. Sorry. She did bring up Frankenstein's monster, and just kind of said, was the monster really a monster? Everyone was just scared of it, so they labeled it as a monster. It was strong, but it still showed emotion, tried to be friendly in a way, and was also just scared itself. And as much as it hated and killed its, creator, it still mourned for Dr. Frankenstein. And then I went and just decided to include a Jurassic World quote, a monster is a relative term. To a canary, a cat is a monster. Again, I took it from a movie quote. I took it from Jurassic World. But I do like that quote. I do like it. Monster is a relative term. To a canary, a cat is a monster. And to finish off the quote from the movie, we're just too used to being the cat. I can have some philosophical moments. They're very few and far between. They're not super deep, but they're there. It's based on one of your favorite. Your favorite quote then? That's based off of. I'm actually really curious now. Chaos is but what one perceives it to be. Yeah, true. For what is normal to the spider is chaos to the fly. Yeah, okay, yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes total sense. Oh, yeah, what everyone's just calling the furry dating show on Netflix. I mean, I will give the people who did the prosthetics credit. They look pretty good. But we're getting into the uncanny valley levels. Just from the previews I saw. Holy crapola. First episode and 2 people making out, which was bleh. Please don't say it was the dolphin. Because, I mean, that nose. A little hard to might be a little hard to work around. No? Okay. Okay, it wasn't the dolphin. Devil and ape thing. Okay. Okay, so it'd be a little easier, but still kind of weird. Again, props to the props to the makeup artists and the people who made the prosthetics. They're pretty good, but also holy fuck, that is creepy. It almost feels like a more high-budget version of a different reality dating show thing they did a while ago on TV. But I think they just wore masks. Like, just, you know, like, almost like full luchador-esque masks that covered everything. I can't remember the name of it, though. I'll try to look it up later. Thing is, they won't put actively ugly people on the show. Oh. Okay, so it's always, they're all like a runway model, in the looks department. Kind of thing underneath it all. You don't just have average Joe Schmo. No average Joe Schmo and no plain Jane just on the show. It's always got to be the supermodels. No, not runway attractive, but deaf, none are actively bad. Okay. Like average to attractive. Okay. Alright. Good old elbows crack every time. Neck cracks every time, too. I'm just falling apart. Oh, and your poems are awesome. I hope that one day I'll be able to write to your level. That really means a lot. I'm glad you have such an open mind, Baron. In this day and age, to find a mind so free of prejudice and misconception, it's truly a breath of fresh air. Thank you. Anyway, I don't mean to cut short our discussion, but unfortunately, I have a lot of homework to be getting on with. They use that a lot in this mod. They have something to be getting on with. I feel like that might be like a European or English, like British term. Like it seems almost like that kind of vernacular. Because I don't really hear people saying, I got this to be getting on with. They've been using it a lot. It's very English? Okay. both of you, the same time. Both of you at the same time, very English. Oh, you're from the UK? Then I apologize for any time you're here when I do my Monica voice. Also not used here in game, but a lot have a go at it. I mean, I feel like I say that sometimes just at work. Maybe? That one seems a little more common. Doesn't matter, don't mind accents. Yeah, just warn you, it's terrible. Don't want anyone to feel offended. You do loads of them? Okay. Ah, yeah, me too. Procrastination will get you so far, eh? Catch you later, Yuri. Hope everything gets better. And you, Baron. With a wave, we both depart. Okay. Nice little pep talk there with Yuri, which is nice. Beep, beep, beep. Another day at school. At least it's mid-November now, so the Christmas break isn't too far off. After finishing my morning routine, I head outside, tentatively waiting for Sayori. Yuri's words were helpful, but I was naive to think things would just go back to normal. There's no sign of Sayori, and I feel like texting her is off the table. With a sigh, I make the journey to school alone. Learning about the interwar years should by all means be interesting. Even with Sakurai's enthusiasm and humor injected into the lessons, I still can't find myself enthusiastic about the topics he's discussing. Despite my best efforts to remain occupied over the weekend, the worry I have for Sayori was always there, lurking in the back of my mind. I hate this silence. Not being able to talk to someone you really want to talk to is crushing. Ah, Baron. I don't suppose you'd be able to answer that question. Huh? Please don't tell me I'm such a boring teacher that you can't even pay attention. If word got out that I was sending my students into a stupor, I'd get fired on the spot. Although I'd probably do well in the hypnosis business. It's a light smattering of laughter. He's still looking at me expectantly, so I force a grin on my face. Sorry, sir. I didn't understand the question. Could you repeat it? He does so, and I answer. He nods approvingly, although there's traces of concern on his features. The rest of the lesson drags on at what feels like a snail's pace. We're supposed to be taking notes out from what? Oh, another spelling mistake. God damn it. We're supposed to be taking notes from our textbook and answering the question, but my mind has been on autopilot ever since I woke up this morning. By all accounts, the progress I've made has been pretty mediocre. Everything okay, Baron? He keeps his voice low and quiet, crouching next to me. You don't quite seem like yourself today. Pardon me if that's an incorrect assessment. He motions towards my notes. You're normally ahead of the game when it comes to classwork. Not that I mind too much. Everyone's allowed to slack now and again, right? He chuckles, but I barely even respond. Yeah, I'm good, sir. Sorry, just had a long weekend. Might as well attempt a stab at humor. And by long weekend, no, I don't mean staying up late playing video games. That's a shame. Those kinds of weekends are the best ones. Anyway, just do your best for now. You've got a good grasp on the topic, so don't worry too much for now. Just make sure you know the material for the December exams. Got it, sir. Thank you. Whew. I was expecting some kind of stern telling off about my lack of progress. Bell's about to ring, everyone. We'll call it there. As I'm making my way outside, I spot a familiar white bow. Alright, Monica time. Hey, Baron. About to head to lunch, huh? Ooh, that fucked up. Happens every time. Every time I start doing it, I fuck it up and then eventually ease into it. Yeah. I'm really sorry, but I won't be coming to the club today. She raises an eyebrow. Oh? Why's that? Being totally honest with you, I'm really just not in the mood for it. There's just some stuff I need to sort out, and if I came, I don't think I'd be very good company anyway. She nods, but it's hard to read the expression on her face. Okay, that's understandable. By the way, you haven't seen Sayori around, have you? She didn't come to school today. Do you know why? Funny she should ask. Ask that. No clue. Sorry. Strange. Well, I hope you sort out whatever it is that's bugging you soon. Thanks. And sorry once again for bailing. It's okay. It'll be a quiet session today, I guess. What with the three of us. It'll be interesting to see what it's like. Anyway, I've got to go. See you around, Baron. See ya. Why do I get the nagging feeling she's judging me for something? Because she probably is. Like, low-key. As much as she doesn't want to, she does. She kind of admitted that at the end of Yuri's route. She kind of sees herself as superior to everyone else, even though she really doesn't want to. It's just been ingrained in her so much from her parents. Poor Monica. Oh well. Much like the walk to school, the return journey feels equally as empty. With another pang of guilt, I remember all the little jibs I used to fire her way about being lazy and unable to get out of bed. Why is it that our brains are so good at reminding us of times we said or did things we really regret? A tiny voice of reason within me tells me I had no way of knowing why she struggled to get up on time. I mean, it's not like I set out to hurt her with my jokes. That kind of playful banter just characterizes our friendship. I just wish I could believe that tiny voice of reason a little more. As I make my way to my house, I notice a figure sitting by my doorway. I roll my eyes to suppress the urge to groan. I'm really not in any mood to deal with some religious nutter trying to get me to believe in God. Wait, hang on. That's... Sayori? Sayori? Her head shoots up at the sound of my voice. What are you doing here? The sight in front of me is utterly unexpected. Neither of us know what to say. The aftermath of our previous encounter still lingers in the air. Can I come in? Yeah, sure. Thanks. After dumping my school stuff down, I turn to face her. The awkwardness doesn't dissipate. There's so much I want to say, but I don't even know where to start. I'm really sorry, Baron. Tears immediately fill Sayori's eyes, and the powerful desire to embrace her hits me once more. I really shouldn't have kicked you out like that. I've been so horrible to you. Keeping you in the dark? Oh my god, she's breaking down. Jesus Christ. Oh, Sayori, you precious cinnamon bun, you. I was just so scared, and the whole thing was just so confusing. No, Sayori, it's me you should be apologizing. I'm so sorry for being so pushy, for shouting at you, for being such a lousy friend. I've been regretting how I acted on Friday ever since. Please don't hate me. Sayori tumbles into my arms, sobbing without restraint. I could never hate you, silly. You're my best friend. I was so scared that after our fight, I'd push you away. I can feel my heart break as she sobs and clings to me. Instinctively, I wrap my arms around her and hold her close. Sayori, you're so silly sometimes. You know that? You could never push me away. I'm your best friend. Although, recently I've been wondering if I deserve to be. Huh? Why? I shouted at you. I made you cry. A few of my own tears have started to leak. With concern etched all over her face, She leans forward and carefully brushes a tear away. Just don't pull a Gundam wing. Don't pull a fucking Gundam wing. Wipe a tear away and then just say I'll kill you. God, that was so weird. It's the last thing I wanted to do. I hate myself for it. Baron, it's okay. Looking back, I really can't blame you. It must have been so frustrating from your perspective. I just want things to go back to normal. Please, can we just put this all behind us? It's like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders just by hearing those words. Of course we can. And here was me thinking you didn't want to be friends anymore. I could never stay mad at you, Baron! You mean too much to me! Can we agree we're both a bunch of clowns and we're as bad as each other? Sayori gives a watery smile. She clings to me a little harder. That sounds fair. Oh, hear that laugh again. I'll always be here for you, okay? Even though I can be a dense idiot at the best of times. That'll never change. She looks up, her eyes swimming with tears. Even with tear marks all down her face and tousled hair, she still looks absolutely beautiful. You really mean that? I gently thumb away one of her tears. Of course I do. She burrows it once more into my chest. It feels incredibly intimate to be able to hold her in this state of vulnerability. So that's why you waited outside my house? Yeah. I really wanted to see you, but I couldn't face school today, and I wasn't sure if you even wanted to see me. Her voice is slightly muffled as she talks into my shirt. It's kind of funny when you think about it. We both thought the other person didn't want to see us when we both really wanted to see each other. Oh, Sayori. What are we like? You guys are weird, I can tell you that right now. But it's kind of adorable. She giggles into my chest. At such a close distance, I can actually feel the vibration from her laughter. Yuri told me she didn't think you were the kind of person to stay angry for long. No, she just said she's not one to hold a grudge. You can not be angry and still hold a grudge, I believe. She looks up. Yuri? Yeah. I bumped into her over the weekend while I was at the park. Needed some fresh air that night. Don't worry, I didn't reveal much. I just told her we had a fight. She was really empathetic and understanding. Ah, that sounds like her. She's such a dependable friend. Anyway, I guess she's right. I hate conflict and I don't like staying angry at people. Thought I heard something. Might have been a dog getting up and hitting a door. Well, that's super convenient for an idiot like me, isn't it? That was me talking there, right? 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 Yeah, okay. Ugh. I miss the color-coded names. I was going to try and find you earlier, but I thought I should give it a bit of time first. Well, at least we're here now. I'm so glad you came to find me. And I'm super glad we made up! Oops, I got your shirt super wet. Sorry about that. All good. Not the first time you spilled something on me now, is it? Oh, you mean that one time with... Hold up, Sayori. One time? Okay, you made your point, meaty. We both share a laugh, and my god, does that laugh feel good to hear. Just like that, all of the tension and stress I've been carrying over the past few days is lessened. It's like I can finally breathe again. Anyway, look, Sayori. I had some time to think about what you told me on Friday. I'll be honest with you. I don't understand depression at all, and I can't imagine what you're going through. But what I do know is that I'll do my best to be there for you. Even if it's just as a friend. I know you said you liked me too, but you weren't sure about your feelings. So we can go at whatever pace you want to go at, if you even want to go at all. It's really frustrating because I do like you, Baron. I really do. She bites her lip anxiously. I hate to drag you down. To get you involved with my mess. I know you see it like that, Sayori, but I see it completely differently. No one is forcing me to make my decision. I'm choosing to get involved because I want to. Because I like you, and I don't see you as a burden at all. Think of all the times where you've helped me feel better, or the other girls in the club. They're so good at keeping everyone's spirits high, breaking up fights, restoring the peace. Would it really be so wrong for me to give something back to you? I know you don't see it, but to me, you're worth an awful lot. And I care about you so much. But Baron, there's so many other things, other people out there, who are more worthy of your time. None of those other people are you, though. No one else on this planet could ever replace you. I grew up with you, Sayori, and you're my best friend for a reason. All the happy memories we've shared, the jokes, the stories, the adventures. I share them with you, and only you. You're such a big reason as to why my childhood was so happy. Really? Of course! We used to see each other like every day. Our parents used to say we were inseparable. And here we are now. Even after years apart, we get along like nothing ever happened. So believe me when I say that you're special to me. And you've got a heart of gold, whether you can see it or not. Oh, Baron! She starts to sniffle again. No one has ever said something like that to me before. Well, I'm glad to be the first. I'm still unsure, and it's still really confusing, but your hugs are really comforting. They make me feel like everything might be okay, if just for a few moments. I know what you want me to say, but
I don't know. I still feel like I'm being selfish. And I thought you liking me back would make the rain clouds in my head go away. It's like there's a little ray of sunshine now, but it's still raining.
Even though Mom told me that depression is no quick fix, Sayori's words still disappoint me. Mom did say it wouldn't be easy. Guess I'm really starting to find out just how difficult this can be. That's okay, Sayori. I guess it was naive of for me to think I could just come in and fix everything.
That would be nice, though. I guess we could just start by taking everything really slowly? Like, could we not jump into going on official dates? Or telling everyone we're together just yet?
Of course. Whatever pace you want to go with, like I said.
I'm not making the wrong choice, though, am I? Just please tell me if I'm being a burden, and I won't hold it against you if you didn't want to be with me anymore.
You don't have to worry about that at all. Trust me. Although, as much as I like you, I don't want you going through with this just because it's what I want.
No, I kinda want it too.
Kinda?
I do want it. I just can't shake off the feeling that I'm not worth your time. And even though what you said just now really helped, feeling worthless is something I felt for a long time. It's hard to shake off the feeling. But by being with you, the rain clouds don't feel as bad.
It'll be okay, Sayori. I just know it will. I'll see you through this storm, and I'll be your umbrella. Okay, that was cheesy as shit, dude. That was cheesy. I'll see you through this storm and be your umbrella. Well, whatever. The sentiment is there. He's not gonna fix the problem. He's just gonna make it a little easier to deal with, potentially. It's there. Fuck, that was still just so goddamn cheesy. His literature club is rubbing off on him.
That's actually one of the sweetest things you've ever said to me. Poetic, too. Looks like the literature club is really rubbing off on you.
I literally just said that, too. I know, right? I'll be... Okay, they put another B in. Drop the first B. I'll definitely be the next Shakespeare. Just you wait. Gonna make up your own words? Anyway, I guess it's best that we take things slow, because December exams are coming up. As much as I don't really want to, we should probably both be focusing on those.
Yeah, you're right. But once they're over...
I take her hand, locking her fingers with mine. We'll just have to wait, won't we? Anyway, speaking of work, I should probably get started with revision. Revision? Whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll see you later, okay?
Okay.
I hold my arms out and we embrace once more. Oh, To be able to hold her close to me, inhaling her scent, playing with a strand of her hair. Stop sniffing people! Like, what the fuck? You always comment like, yeah. They smell really nice. I still catch that whiff of them. Stop! You did this all throughout Yuri's route. Always commenting, I can still smell that faint hint of lavender. Stop sniffing people, Game Baron. Unless you got a sniffing fetish, then okay, but still, kind of cringe, bro. Stop commenting on their scent. Like, fuck, dude. Unless it's like, oh my god, they haven't showered in a week and you run away. And it better be for someone, just some rando you find on the street. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I ramble. Moral of the story, stop being a sniffing creeper. Yeah. I just think that's weird when there's just a lot of them saying, yeah, I smell them. Sniff, sniff. Yeah. It's heaven. Before I can stop myself, I plant a soft kiss on her forehead and break free, closing the door before my mind catches up to my lips. I swear I can hear a soft giggle as she closes the door behind her. Okay, so we're dating? Not really? Well, if we're officially dating, flip into the casual, Sayori. There we go. Okay, everyone. We finished sharing poems a little earlier than usual today, so I guess we got a bit of free time before we pack away. Damn it! Fuck. Words. I need to make that an emote eventually. Once I can get affiliate, I'll make words a fucking emote. The amount of times I fumble over them. Don't know about you guys, but I'm super relieved all of these exams are over. The past 2 weeks have been a blur of notes, frantic last-minute cramming, and a bucket load of stress. Student life in a nutshell. Thankfully, today marks the end of the assessments. It also didn't help that I was dying to spend more time with Sayori.
Me too! How did everyone's exams go?
Mixed bag, to be honest. I was never a huge fan of math, so that one definitely could have gone better.
Tell me about it. Physics wasn't much better. Coulomb's law, Ohm's law, Lenz's law? And I still don't get any of them. Biology went pretty well, though. You were learning all about the brain for this semester. So many different parts, and they all got funny names. Labeling it was tricky, though. It's fascinating to think that while we're learning about how brains work, our own brains are active, processing it all.
If you think of it in a sense, the brain named itself. The brain did in fact name itself.
Don't you think?
Yeah, if you're a zombie.
I'm not sure I understand. Zombies aren't capable of higher cognition and...
Jeez, Yuri. It's because they like to eat brains. It was a joke.
Oh, Yuri. Did you do well?
I suppose my performance wasn't too bad.
Come on, Yuri. We all know you're a real smarty pants. Bet you aced, like, all of your subjects.
You really know how to put her on the spot, don't you, Notsky? Anyway, to answer your question, Baron, I'm definitely with you. I've never been a fan of exam season. The amount of stress involved. She wearily rubs her temples. You have to juggle academics with your extracurriculars, don't you? Higher expectations don't make life any easier. Easier either. Her face drops for a moment. But that's enough of that. Why don't we have a Christmas party?
Oh, like our Halloween one? That was so fun!
Pretty much like that, yes.
That's a wonderful idea. A good way to see the year off.
Yeah, okay. Can't see why not.
Yay!
Well, that's a pretty unanimous vote. You can host it around mine, by the way. I motion toward Monica and Yuri. As I imagine, you model students wouldn't want to break into school twice. You'd be correct. Her stern visage betrays no humor. Looks like my joke didn't quite go to plan. Anyway, now that we've got all that sorted... She quickly checks the clock. I'm gonna have to get going, so now's a good time to call the session here. I'll see you guys at the party. Let's make a move, Sayori.
Okay. I'll see you guys later.
With a wave, we all pack away and go our separate ways. Christmas. Pretty sure we still do the, Secret Santa, so we're buying a gift. We're gonna end up buying a gift for one girl. By all accounts, today would be a day I'd be spending with Sayori. Excuse me. After our club meeting, though, she texted everyone, suggesting a Secret Santa idea where we all buy each other presents. Funnily enough, I ended up with her as my Santa, which put a damper on things. I was looking forward to Christmas shopping with her. As I didn't fancy going alone, I decided to message Yuri and see if she wanted to come with me. Alright, so on Yuri's route, we had Natsuki come with us. On Sayori's route, we have Yuri come with us. So I'm guessing on Natsuki's route, we'll have Sayori coming with us. Okay. And I'm gonna bet Sayori got us as her Secret Santa. Like, so she's gonna get something for us. As I wasn't Yuri's Santa, she agreed. Although in typical Yuri fashion, she was quite surprised that I wanted to go shopping with her. Some things never change. So, any idea what to get Monica?
I have some ideas, but nothing I'm truly certain on. Part of the downside of shopping for someone is that when you don't know them well, you can never be sure what they want.
If it's any consolation, I don't really know what to get Sayori either. Truth be told, I've never been that great with presents. That's when you can go the goof route and just get joke gifts. Or do what I do. Get everybody a t-shirt, and then a gift you think they would like. So even if they don't like the main gift, yeah, they still got a t-shirt they'll probably wear. Even if it's just as, like, sleepwear. I kind of like that I started doing that a few years ago. Shirt and gift. Speaking of, I probably gotta start searching for a few of those just to get some, get a few ideas. I mean, it is only July, but still. Maybe, a new bow? Or some new clothes? But women's clothing makes no sense to me. I've never really talked to Sayori about her fashion sense.
Well, we have the entire day ahead of ourselves, Baron. It would be sensible to look at the recipient's hobbies and go from there, wouldn't you think? Hopefully we'll be able to find something.
At this time of year, the streets are very busy. Seems like half of the entire town decided to do their Christmas shopping today. From the constant fiddling of her hair and the nervous look in her eyes, it's clear that Yuri isn't a fan of crowds. She's standing quite close to me, her eyes bouncing around whenever someone passes close to her. You know, I've had an idea.
Oh?
Well, Monica plays the piano, right? So I'd imagine she'd be into music. Have you ever spoken to her about what kind of band she likes? Any musicians in particular?
You know, now that you mention it... Yes, we have had discussions about her musical preferences before. While our tastes aren't exactly aligned completely, we both tend to appreciate music with thoughtful lyrics. She has a preference toward music that has lyrics with clever wordplay. If I recall correctly, she wasn't much of a rap fan, although she's begun to appreciate the thought and effort that goes into rapping.
My god, now I'm just trying to imagine Monica, specifically my British Monica, rapping. Oh, good god, that would be quite the sight.
Much like with poetry, lyrics can be a powerful way to express your thoughts, the battles you're going through, and the demons you face. The effort of music can be incredible, not just on the listener, but the artists themselves. Take the famous singer Freddie Mercury. Outside of the band he was in, he was shy and actually rather introverted.
Freddie Mercury, my man. Dude had quite the voice. Like, holy shit. I love listening to Queen. Like, I absolutely love listening to Queen. It's one of my favorites to actually listen to. Of course, everyone goes nuts and joins in with Bohemian Rhapsody. Everyone loves that song. Even though it is, like, fucking long as shit. What, really? I've always seen him as really flamboyant and confident. When he was on stage, it's like he owned the whole room.
Ah, but you see, that was only while he was on stage. As a performer, he was of course as bold, confident, and rambunctious as you may think.
She stares off dreamily, lost in thought. Yuri?
Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent.
Well, actually, what Yuri says there is so true. How you are, normally and how you are while performing in any capacity is different. like, we can even use streaming as an example. The minute you get behind that camera and it goes on, you're not 100% gonna be yourself all the time. There's always, even if it's just that little bit, you can maybe give like maybe 10% more energy. You put just a little more into it. It may not be much, but there is a little difference. So you'll act just a tiny bit different than you potentially would, you know, if you're just casually out and about with regular people. But yeah, it doesn't matter who you are or how long you've been doing it. The minute you get behind a camera or on stage or something, you put a little more effort into what you're doing. You put that little bit of extra energy. Even if you don't see it, it's there. I'll admit, I'm pretty sure I get a little more energetic when doing these streams than normal. True, yeah. Life lessons from Baron. I seem to be full of them at some point. You know me, I go on my tangents.
Anyway, yes, I think the music store would be a fine place to start. Let's make a move, shall we?
Thankfully, the music shop is much quieter than the streets outside. As predicted, Yuri visibly relaxes, taking a deep breath.
Much better. Now, where do you suppose we should start?
If I remember correctly, Monica hasn't been playing the piano for long, right? She must still be a novice. So, as my eyes wander, a feasible choice of present grabs my attention. How about these? We amble over, with Yuri looking on curiously. It's basically a guide on how to play popular songs on piano. I flip it over, checking out the description on the back. Note for note, specially catered for beginners. Ho? Who? Who?
Oh, I don't fucking know. What is...
Who let the owls in? There's gotta be an owl emote somewhere on Twitch at some point. Oh, owl? Damn it. Nothing global. Bird? Nope. Nah, I got nothing. No one's got an owl emote that I know of. There's gotta be at least someone. There's gotta be at least one. I know it. That'd be like the perfect thing to throw in. She flips through the pages.
I've never heard Monica discuss these artists before. So she might not even want to learn how to play any of these songs. Not that your suggestion wasn't a good one. I didn't mean to sound dismissive or anything.
It wasn't dismissive, Yuri. It was a pretty smart thing to bring up. It was just a suggestion. Let's keep looking. It's tempting to get Sayori something from here as well. I knew what her tastes were like when we were younger, but I have no idea if they've changed. Nah, probably best to come with her one day.
I remember Monica was talking about this song.
I peer over to what she's looking at. Huh. The retro aisle, huh? Didn't know she was into really old songs.
If I remember correctly, this appealed to her more so from a metaphorical perspective. What's more is that the song is actually a story in itself. Initially describing a castaway lost at sea, slowly losing all hope after admitting it's been a year since he wrote his SOS message. It describes how he resigns himself to his fate, accepting that he's alone, cut off from the real world, with no one to save him despite his efforts.
Is it the song I'm thinking of? Yep. Message in a Bottle by the Police. Yep, that's exactly the song I was thinking of. That's definitely what they're talking about.
But one day, he wakes up and realizes that there are other bottles scattered around the shore, so he realizes that other people share in his loneliness. Ironically, he shares his loneliness with other people. An entire tale told under 5 minutes. While it isn't quite what I'd listen to either, the themes that underlie the song and the message it portrays are powerful. The power of loneliness, stemming from an individual cut off from the real world, desperately seeking someone to rescue them. The loss of hope.
Man, conversation between Yuri and Monica would probably go on for hours if this explanation is anything to go by. How about you talk to Natsuki about anime and manga? I'm sure you guys could talk for hours on end. That's something you two share in common. Oh, bitrate is going a little funky again. Nothing too crazy yet, though. Yeah, that's manageable. Plus, you said it was fine the last time it did this while you were here, Jen, so I think it should be okay. Plus, it seems to recover itself after about a minute or two anyhow, so it's all good. I'll just keep going. You really look into this stuff, don't you?
Sorry. I know it must be really weird, and you didn't even ask for the analysis.
It's not weird at all. I think it's really cool you don't take a song at face value. Even with lyrics, you find all the metaphors and hidden meanings. And I think it may have gone nuts because I opened Google Chrome. Chrome is super RAM heavy, and that might actually be interfering. Super RAM heavy, plus it is also using an internet connection, so yeah, that's probably why it went nuts for a second. Oh, well. I don't care if other ones are, less of a hog. I still like Chrome. It's not something I really do myself, but if it's something you enjoy, power to you, right?
Really?
Really. Don't be ashamed of who you are, Yuri. You got your interests, and that's great. I'll admit that we're different in that sense, but I'd never look down on you for being more analytical. Yeah, back on your route, you were just becoming just as analytical as her. Besides, probably helps you in school. Anyway, did you want to get the vinyl for this song, or... Oh yeah, it's really kind of going nutso now. Plus, everyone's kind of home. So we'll see how it ends up. We'll see how it goes. I can still continue, though.
Well... I don't know if she has a vinyl player.
You can still own vinyls without a vinyl player. I own a fucking Laserdisc and don't have a Laserdisc player. Granted, I'm never going to want to play that because that's just a collector's piece for me now. My good old laser disc of Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack. Weird movie, by the way. The thing goes at like a mile a minute, the pace. Things just keep happening one after another. There's like no breathing room. It's like so much shit happens in that movie. Like, I watched the original Gundam, I watched Zeta, I know all the stuff that happens after, but going into that movie is like, holy fuck. You just keep throwing terms around, trying to introduce characters to us, then killing them off. What the fuck is going on?
There wouldn't be much point if she doesn't have one. I actually had another idea for a gift, which should hopefully be more dependable.
Oh, we're back here again.
Back here?
Yeah, when Sayori and I were doing festival preparation, we came here for supplies. You never have a clue what's going on in those movies? Yeah. I mean, Char's Counterattack in general, it's like you had to have watched 2 entire series before then, at the very least. To at least have an idea of what the fuck is going on in it. I mean, you could maybe get by maybe knowing who is Char, who is Amuro, what Zeon is in general. But even then, I knew that stuff, and I was still kind of like, oh, what is going on? Returning characters, a grand total of 3. The rest of the cast is made up of brand new characters, most of which end up dying. So it's like, what was the point? You introduce these characters just to kill them off. So yeah, definitely not something I would probably get the guys to watch. Mostly because, like, they would not... It would probably make even less sense to them. Well, I mean, Drew and Dee, they would probably understand a bit. They both watched through the original Gundam. So they'd probably, they at the very least, they know who the fuck Amuro and Char are. Our main protag and antag. But I don't know, I was just like, that was just a lot. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Can this movie slow down for a second? It was 2 hours of non-stop everything. This place had what we needed, so I'm a little more confident now. Anyway, what'd you have in mind?
Well, I noticed that Monica handwrites a lot of things. Her poems, her entries in her planner and diary. I've always admired the look and feel of a well-crafted fountain pen. These days, they're quite rare. Most people use bureaus or ballpoints.
A fountain pen, huh? Funny you mention that, actually. If you were my Secret Santa, that's probably what I'd get you. Did we get... What did we get Yuri during Christmas? Was it a pen? Oh my god, I think we actually did end up getting her a pen. Yeah, I think... Yeah. Was it a pen or stationery? I don't know. We came here at some point. No. I'm wrong. We didn't get her a pen. We decided against that. We ended up getting her a teapot. We got her a teapot. That's right. A pen. Just a pen. Bruh. What? What are you going bruh about? My lack of memory or the fact we got her a teapot? Why a dirty leaf water container? Hey! I'll have none of that. I like my tea, and Yuri does too. She has a tea set that was the last gift from her parents. Possibly. Oh, boo to you too. I will drink my dirty tea, dirty leaf water. And other people, and Zarash can enjoy his bean juice. His hot bean juice. Oh god, think of it as just bean juice. Oh, good lord. The pen is mightier than the teapot. Guess you both appreciate the same things.
Well, I'm not really sure if she would like it. But I suppose it's more dependable than a vinyl, given she doesn't need any equipment to use the gift. Anyway, let's have a look.
In front of us lies a shelf, carefully slotted with a wide variety of fancy-looking fountain pens. All in different shapes, sizes, colors, and styles. Yuri takes out a selection of choices, handling each one with utmost care. She turns them over in her hands, bringing each pen up to eye level, inspecting it from nib to the edge of the cap. Being totally honest, I can definitely see their appeal. It's a little boring. Oh wait, while I definitely see their appeal, it's a little boring, okay. I'm sure it's for the right person, they're much more than just a writing instrument. But for me, they're just metal sticks that hold ink. I mean, what exactly can you do with a pen? Aside from writing. Just go and ask Base Game Act 2 Yuri. She'll tell you what she can do with a pen. Yep. As my mind wanders, a typical reaction when I'm bored, she calls me over.
This one tempts me the most. What do you think?
Well, it's definitely pretty. The dark green against the black looks really cool. Feels pretty weighty, too. I can imagine she'd really like this one. That last part isn't exactly true, but at this point, I'm not keen on spending lots of time in this shop. Yuri has a habit of getting lost in her own little world, and while I don't mind it, it can drag out at times.
I like how it comes with its own bottle of ink, too. A nice little touch. I think this one will do fine.
I inwardly heave a sigh of relief. I had the feeling that Yuri would take even longer than Sayori when it comes to shopping. Let's just hope we don't pass by the book aisle.
What will you get Sayori?
Still have no idea. Anything to do with clothes are out of the picture. I don't know what her style or size is.
What does Sayori like to do in her free time?
Sleep? Eat? Yuri stifles a small laugh.
Come on, Baron. You're missing an obvious one.
I don't think being clumsy is a hobby.
Poetry.
Wow. Now I really do feel like an idiot. Because you are an idiot! Game Baron, you're a massive idiot. So, like a new notebook to write poems in? Never bought a gift for a poet before.
That's a viable choice. However, although if I can suggest...
Hmm?
Well, far be it for me to tell you what to get her, but... Given your history together, would it not be...
I'm not gonna be offended, Yuri.
Well, would it not be better to get her a more personalized present? Something that really reminds you of her? A new notebook or pen are of course practical gifts, but they aren't particularly personal.
Okay, so a more personalized present. Something that reminds me of her.
For instance, let's look at her poems. They're rather intimate, no? A reflection of her inner thoughts and feelings?
Well, I really liked her Bottles poem and... Wait. That's it!
Sorry, I'm not sure if I understand.
You can buy little bottles that are illuminated by lights. I can get a few, all with different colored lights. They can be metaphors for the happy thoughts she has. Okay, points for creativity. I'll give him that. Little light up bottles. Okay. Yuri's eyes light up.
That's such a wonderful idea, Baron. Not only is it very thoughtful, it's also a wonderful homage to one of her best poems. I guarantee you she would love it.
I really surprised myself, don't I?
Where would you get such a gift from, though?
You can order them from the internet. I'll tell you what, actually. Do you want to wrap your present from Monica at my place? I can order Sayori's gift and help you out with that.
Are you sure? I've already taken up a lot of your time, and I'd hate to...
It's Christmas, Yuri. Well, give or take a few days. Come on.
If you're sure.
Alright, we're getting Sayori light-up bottles for Christmas. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I am going to save here, because I feel like that's a good spot to stop at, and I feel like I'm about to start the Christmas event. And that'll take a little while. I'll save that for, you know, the next time I do this. Which I don't know at this point. But again, yeah, fair enough. I also like leaving off in what seems like a natural place to stop, too. It always sucks when you stop something, it could be in the middle of something big. So you feel like you're obligated to keep going, and I'd rather not have that. Yeah, that just felt like a real good natural place to stop that before something huge. Okay. I'll leave the music on, because... and the game open, because, hey, this music is nice and comfy. Yeah, then you lose momentum when you pick up... exactly. I mean, you're the one who... you know that. You definitely know this. You've been doing this longer than me. So, my work schedule is not out yet and won't be out until probably Friday night, so I can't give everybody a schedule of what I'm going to do next week. So, just kind of want opinions on what I could do for when it does come out. I got lucky, I was able to do 3 streams this week, just because I ended up having one night shift, followed by 2 days off. I don't think I'm gonna end up getting something like that next time. My work schedule. My work schedule doesn't come out until Friday. Yeah, so I can't form a stream schedule around it yet or give it out. I just kind of want thoughts right now on how I can do it, because I've got the feeling I'm gonna probably for a little while now gonna only be able to do probably 2 streams per week. And I want a thought. Should I do what I did with this week and dedicate those streams to just a single game? Or just kind of still mix it up? Because I dedicated this whole week to just going through more of, Doki Doki Blue Skies. So should I do something like that next week? Like, say, the 2 streams I can do next week can be Gundam? Or Star Wars? You're the worst at that stuff? Single games for the 2 might work? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was leaning toward that. I just wanted someone else's thoughts on it. So yeah, I could do I definitely do 2. Definitely do whatever the streams are, just be 1 game for that whole week. Just so we're not jumping too much around. Because otherwise it feels like you make no progress on 2. Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's actually a really good way of looking at it too. I won't be making progress on another game. On 2 games if I do it that way, so just focus all on 1, so yeah, this week was Blue Skies, next week, I don't know what I want. What do I have still? What am I gonna... I might make, next week, whatever it be, I might just make that straight Digimon. Because that's about to start a huge... We just finished off kind of a big story event there, and going to be leading into another one, so... Whatever next week ends up being, I'll probably just make that Digimon. We'll just go play through some more Cyber Sleuth. Obviously, once I get my schedule Friday, I'll post my stream schedule for the next week onto Twitter, as usual, and also try to update the schedule here on Twitch as well. I kind of did it for this week as well, and was slowly deleting the streams as they were finished. So yeah, streams will be a lot less frequent. No, 7 days a week like usual. they'll be all over the place. Just because, that's how work is. I may occasionally after work one day if I'm feeling up to it, I'll just, boot up Stardew just as a, cool down. That's what happens. Viva la revolution! Yeah, so streams will be probably at most 2 a week, maybe a 3rd or 4th one thrown in if I'm feeling up to just doing Stardew as a cooldown after work. I'll see. We'll see how it all goes. So is your car all able to have AC now? Hopefully? Just so your drives aren't as horrid? Sorry, just jamming out right now. Yeah, we wanted it fixed before Sweater's visit. Oh, Sweater's is coming up to visit you guys pretty soon? Cool. Cool. Because we may pick them from home on a visit at some point. No date set yet. Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. Yeah, boo. No. 4 people stuffed in one car on a hot summer day for a few hours? Yeah. No AC? Not the most comfortable thing in the world.
Everything snap, crackle, and poppin'. What a shock. Alrighty. Yeah, it's a good spot to end off now. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it here for today. Thanks again for,
Yeah, human rice yes, that's basically me. I'm basically a human rice crispy. My elbows all crack. My neck cracks anytime I kind of do that. I'm pretty sure I hear my knees pop every now and again. Though, again, my knees are just straight up bad. They do just hurt, and I feel one giving out all the time, just kind of when I walk. Which, whatever. It is what it is. I'm old. So can I have a good day and give Babe Jason? Of course, of course. I'm glad you could stop by and be here. Oh, and if I'm off when you're down at any time, or even later in the day, when you do come down to the falls this weekend or whatever, you can pop by any time if you want to see the baby. She'll be here, obviously. So if you want to see her, yeah, just pop on by. Well, yeah, okay. Alright, well, we don't want you to cry then, so... Still. Options open anytime. Anytime you come down, and we're all around here still. Because I think they might be moving at some point. But we'll see. Yep. If we do something that, that first night you came down, like you're initially saying, like a campfire or something, I will be there. I'll just be tired from work. Guaranteed, because I am working Saturday morning. If it's something after the other part of the week, well, we'll find out. You know how it goes. And if we just end up not being able to while you're down at this point, that's okay. Eventually, we'll see. We'll see each other again. Especially now that, COVID's slowly getting under control. Be easier to get around to see people. Alright, so... Especially with family reunion in August. You got a family reunion in August? Huh. Yeah, have a good day too, Jen. I'll talk to you later. So, yeah, thanks everyone for, watching, commenting, lurking. Appreciate it very much. Hope the rest of your day goes well. Be on the lookout on Twitter for when my schedule for next week gets posted. Until then, see you next time.